Hello, and welcome to the Disc Dungeon, where we put you on to musics and melodies in the deepest, darkest dungeons of your computer disc. I'm your co-host, Joe Dove, and with me as always,
Julian Valencia. And if there's one thing we love talking about, it's music. So we have a logo now.
Oh, we have a logo. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing our official Disc Dungeon playlist. Double announcements for these double Ds.
These double Ds.
This double Ds. Disc Dungeon. If you check out our Instagram, you can see the brand new logo that Julian created in only 40 minutes. It would take me 2 days to do that, just so you know.
That was 40 minutes?
Yeah, I timed it.
It felt much longer. These double Ds. I'm just hashtagging and posting.
There it
is. That's the time that we live in.
There it is.
All right, guys. Well, we have a wonderful episode for you today.
Go ahead.
I'm not on camera, so
no, you're on camera just a little bit.
A little bit off.
Yeah.
And we have to.
There's the preview. No. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's
all
good.
Right.
All right. Yeah,
all right.
We did it. Hi, Ma.
As always, our first section is
Let Me Put You On.
Limpollo.
Limpollo.
Which doesn't really make sense, but
it does.
We're gonna run with it.
Yep.
So this week you suggested Gunship and an album called Tech Noir.
Tech Noir. Tech Noir.
So this is the type of music, and this is kind of was similar to a different week as well. This is the type of music that you could get shit done to.
I watched you do the logo to the music.
So I literally made the logo right before we started this session.
Yeah.
He said it took me 40 minutes. It felt longer than that.
No, it was 40 minutes.
I was pumping. I was going.
Yeah.
Tech Noir.
Got you there.
Got me there.
It definitely did.
Which is dope. You know what I mean? I appreciate music like that. You know,
yeah.
it to me, it has a purpose and it fulfills that purpose. It has a very 80s style.
Absolutely.
You know, somebody was saying that they don't know if this is like Stranger Things or
a montage video. The ending of a long journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's journey music. That's what it is. It's journey music.
And that person was none other than Brandon, who is the host of Comic Conversation on the Tubi scenes.
So, as always, if you're live, you're watching this thing unfold.
You're watching the chrysalis.
The chrysalis. So yeah, definitely, I give this an 8 out of 10.
Oh wow!
I really was fucking with the instrumental.
Wow.
Especially since it pumped the juices I needed to get what needed to be done.
It was juicy.
It was juicy.
It was so juicy.
Very minimal vocals. It's mostly instrumental, and it's just very pumping in your face.
Yeah.
You know, very steady beats. With some nice ghostly melodies here and there.
Yeah, and, definitely. Typical of the 1980s.
Yeah.
Synth pop as its finest.
Well, guys, and last week I suggested a band called Bomba Estereo.
Bomba Estereo.
And the album is called Amanecer.
Amanecer.
You know, I thought to myself, I'm like, you know, we've been talking about a lot of American bands, and that is a very small portion of my repertoire in terms of music. So it's time to broaden horizons.
Which I'm glad you did. Because
it's the dawn of
a new era for me. I mean, I listen to a lot of world music, but the Latin influence isn't as heavy in my musical listening as it is yours. So I'm grateful to be put on to some great Latin music. And this here's a funny connection. You had no idea. My mom would testify to this. Bomba is my childhood nickname. So when you said it, I was like, how does he know that? I thought maybe you like DM my mom. You slid into my mom's DMs.
Yo, I slid into your mom's DMs. That's OD.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, that's my childhood nickname. And because I like right now, my hair is wild and curly. So they used to call me Bomba the Jungle Boy. So that was my nickname back in the day. And I used to run around with bare feet all the fucking time. So be like walking through class and I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. You know, but this music was awesome. It was like, it's got such a great amalgamation of different genres. Like in my notes, they have My favorite song on this was the Fiesta. I love the track. It's a total bop, as you say, right?
That is the one with Will Smith.
Oh, you're kidding. Wow. The one I saw didn't have Will Smith. It had just the girl dressed up like a carnival.
No, 100%. But the remix is with Will Smith.
That's what's Will Smith. Okay. Freaking love that. The dance moves in that neon flow were epic. The drop almost to a dubstep because it was like, wah, blah, 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 blah. It just went off. And I was like, oh.
So if people don't know, EDM, dance, electronica, that scene is immensely huge
right now
in Colombia. Especially.
Oh, in Colombia.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's definitely an influence there.
And I can hear it. And you have that like samba, jazz, electronic, reggae, and like dubstep. It was a lip balm, so to speak. You know, definitely dope. A gem with minimal songs I skipped. So it was like one song I was kind of like, okay, because it like slowed down and everything was like hyped. And there was one song that like took a dive and I was like, but I didn't hate it. I love this album. I give it a 9 on the old rating. Yeah, I definitely like this.
9.
I even put my boss onto this because it was so good. He was like, yo, what is that? And I was like, yo, you ever heard of Bomba? He was Colombian himself, Tony.
Ah, man, this guy needs to get on it, bro. Come on. There's a ton of. I mean, as you guys see with J Balvin, with Maluma, with a lot of artists in mainstream commercial music, Colombia's there, and then Bomba Stereo's got this. It's kind of mainstream, but they're doing their own thing. Then they're in their own lane. To be honest with you,
yeah. And I loved Voy and Soyo.
Soyo,
love that. So good. So I'm going to jump into these two bands, if you don't mind, and then we'll continue on to our Dish Dungeon journey. Sound good?
Follow us on this journey at Disc Dungeon on
That's
IG, on Twitter, on YouTube,
Facebook, all that stuff.
Disc with a K because it's a new age.
Yeah, it's on computer now. It's not on a CD anymore.
Dungeon because we have a old decrepit co-host over here who sometimes has to really dig deep
deep down in the dark discs of the computer. Anyway, all right, so we're going to start with Bomba. Like I said, was Bomba Estereo is a Colombian band founded in the capital of Bogota in 2005.
Rolos.
By Simon Mija. Their music has been described as electro valcation, a term dismissed by the band itself, or electro tropical, or psychedelic cumbia, which is a cumbia. Okay, I'm glad you're here to give me the Latin correction because I usually like jack that up. According to Mia, the band's name, which translates into English as stereo bomb, is a Colombian term for a really cool and awesome badass party. Their largest hit, did you know that?
No.
All right. So their largest...
Do I have to admit to that, though?
Yes. I will get you, youngin'. The day is mine. Their largest hit, Saya, in 2016, received over 6 million views at that time in 1 month. The album Amanecer, which is what Julian put me onto, was placed 50th in the Rolling Stones list of the 50 best albums of 2015. In late 2016, the band went on a 12-city tour featuring multiple U.S. cities and having most of the music being from this current album. So that was
Bomba Estereo.
Love that.
Bomba.
First 8. All right, so now
first 9.
Yeah, first 9.
Excuse me. Don't
backtrack, motherfucker.
Don't backtrack, motherfucker.
So now Gunship. Gunship is a British synthwave band formed in 2014 by Dan Hoey and Alex Westaway, and later joined by drummer Alex Gunnell. They had another musical act called Fight Star, which went into hiatus in 2005. They decided to focus their musical ventures together and formed Gunship. They are joined by a longtime collaborator and close friend, Alex, and their debut release, self-titled Gunship, was released in 2015 to positive reviews. And their follow-up, Dark Alley, Dark All Day, was released in 2018, rooted in cyberpunk. They have amassed a massive following of 30 million subscribers. which is quite amazing.
Interesting. So their marketing game is way up.
Yeah, so they're on point. And like I said, this is the cyberpunk age. A lot of folks, like, there's a game coming out called Cyberpunk, and Tesla even made his current hot car the Cybertruck. So that cyber is really everywhere right now.
I mean, it's like the 80s coming back.
It is.
To haunt us, basically.
And this return. And that's the sound of this band. It's very focused in 80s lore.
Can the 80s just stay hidden?
No, the 80s is the greatest generation. And that brings us to the end of our first segment. So
sometimes that pollo gets limp.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I forgot I'm not funny. So our next section, music saved my life.
Music saved my life.
Music saved my life.
So what's going on, man?
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think
we might have to take some of that.
Yeah, I think that Joel, you should definitely clip that.
Joel will cut that up. So music saved my life. As you guys have listened in previous weeks, this is the section where we talk about music that has had some important meaning, has come up at the right time, at the right moment. I had this moment, actually. It's interesting. I had nothing to talk about for this section because I was like, man, I don't want to keep going back to like my high school, my emo high school and like in early college years. So so I had a show, guys. I had a show on Wednesday.
And I was there.
We'll talk more about that in the behind the beat section. But after Joe was there. Joe was partying. After we went out to Pianos in the city. I don't know if you guys have been there. Went in, we relaxed, and there was a DJ. We were all feeling good, dancing. Everybody's a few shots in. And at one point we go to the back room where it's definitely much more dance vibe. The low lights, bright lights, a very dim room. There's a stage where you could dance. It was bumping. And I was dancing with this girl, and the interesting thing is, I'm going to cough right now.
Oh, wow. So while Julian coughs, I'm going to say the setup of the place was amazing. It was a great setting for an intimate conversation with the band themselves, and it also featured Henry Martinez on guitar, who killed it. I knew the guy was talented, but seeing him in action really, made the day.
This is what happens when you have a great co-host. He knows exactly what to do when you're coughing your brains out.
That's right.
For all of you who live in New York, fuck this weather right now. It's really fucking with me.
Yeah.
But back to Music Saved My Life. It was just such an interesting moment because I was dancing with this girl, and me and this girl have some history, right?
Okay.
And and we're kind of just we kind of decided to leave things as friends.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an undeniable pull and attraction.
Oh.
And so the song comes on, and by Drake, actually.
Oh.
And
Kiki, do you love me?
No, he's repeating this line. No, listen.
Okay.
I need you to get your shit together so we can be together.
Nice.
I need you to. And so that's pretty much the gist, is that like the reason why we're friends is also because, we're both pretty much fresh out of intense situations.
Gotcha.
And we're both still healing and kind of, enjoying this alone time, and it's just not the right time for a relationship or for something or whatever this could develop into.
Right.
So just the song comes on and we're dancing. We both we're singing it to each other, but then we just like, wait.
Hold up.
Wait, what are we saying to each other right now? This is right on. This is on point. But anyway, so that was my section for today, because just music has a funny way of being there at the right moment and the right time.
Just gets into your soul.
I don't be corny, bro. Come on.
That's good stuff,
I just have like
that's a dad joke.
I have guys, like my goal now is to do this like every section. I got to get them every section.
So for me, in this section, I've been bopping to The Who.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if you're familiar with them. I know I might have mentioned in text.
Well, The Who. Oh, no, yeah. I'm definitely familiar with The Who.
Oh, The Who?
The Who or The Who've?
The Who.
Who?
HU,
Yeah.
not HW.
Yeah, did a V come out?
Huh?
Did a V come out when I said it?
No, I thought you said the Who, like, who are you? Who?
Yeah.
Who? No, the Who, HU, the Mongolian rock band.
Oh, well. Well.
Well, then. No, the Who are, like I said, a Mongolian rock band that use only Mongolian instruments. So they're, ancient instruments, and they're dope. They, I got put onto them 2 years ago. I thought they were going to be the next big thing. And, they went away for a little while. And then all of a sudden I noticed a lot of people in my Facebook, after sharing this, this is one thing. I got to go on a rant here. I'm sorry. I'll make it quick. I can't stand when people on my Facebook go on my Facebook and I say, yo, this is going to be lit. I think people need to go and listen to this band. Like when I posted your video, I was like, Julian's going to be dope. Trust me, he's going to be megastar. And then all of a sudden, yeah, nobody listens. They'll like it or they'll look at it because you can tell when I post something, it tells you, 2,000 people saw this. You know what I mean? So you're like, okay, I know some motherfucker saw it. So I did that with the Who a year ago, like I said. 3,000 people saw it. And one guy said, oh, wow, this is kind of like, if you're a Star Trek fan, you'll get this. This is kind of like, and shout out to DJ Darkstar, this is kind of like Klingon rock music. If you ever watch Star Trek, the Klingons have that rough sounding in their language, like blah, blah.
Definitely not a Star Trek fan here.
Yeah, I figured you're too young.
What?
I'll talk to your mom about it later.
In the deep depths of the
dungeon, right? So the Who, it's especially uplifting and getting you going because it's based off your we're getting stared at right now. Are you good? Okay. So that's Brandon from Comic Conversations.
He has dropped off the package.
He has dropped off his package. So the Who have like really pumped me up. I've been trying to do more walking because I happen to have a condition in which if I don't start doing better with myself, I'll be in danger. So I'm actually walking around, not at night, so don't try to rob me, motherfuckers, but I've been walking around a lot, and this kind of like gets the heart racing and it gets me going to getting my shit together. So the Hoof.
Not the Hoof.
Not the Who.
The Who.
The Who, excuse me.
Mongolian
rock band. Yeah. Definitely want you to check them out. I'm going to put you onto them.
This is
it. It's getting me going. It's putting my life together so I can avoid certain health issues in the future.
The Who, what's the name of the album?
The Who.
If you don't have it now, we can do it later.
Oh, yeah, I'll get it to you.
All right, cool. Yeah.
And now we are ready for
Behind the Beat.
Behind the Beat. Beat. All right, Julian, take it away.
Why? Why do I have to take it away?
Because we want to hear more about your concert.
Do you guys? I mean, I've been up people's asses for like the past 3 weeks.
You know what's funny?
I don't think anybody wants to hear about that shit anymore.
That concert was that IG post was every post in my feed. Like every time I would go, oh look, this is a different picture.
Yo, I got that last the first video I posted after the show.
Yeah.
Dude, that one got a lot of love.
Oh yeah,
sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this one right here.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That one got a lot of love. That was the last song of the set.
Yeah.
Guys, it went great. To anybody who's listening who was out there, thank you. To anybody who's listening who didn't come out there, I mean, it's fine. There's going to be more shows. It was successful, man. When I was trying to sell 50 tickets, I ended up selling about 64 tickets.
Interesting.
And people bought tickets the day after. People were buying tickets and they couldn't make it, and then people were just coming last minute. So it was, yeah, man. That buzz
had a good turnout. It was tight.
It was buzzed, man.
Yeah.
We worked hard though. Like I
could tell.
Me and my team, we definitely tried to push out as much as we could.
And I shared it. One of my peeps showed up too.
Yeah, man. I think everybody who I invited, had +1
Oh, nice.
You know, or I mean, even if they bought the tickets in advance, they were bringing people with them. So
Yeah, that's why it was packed.
that's the power of word of mouth, guys.
Yeah.
You know, that's all. That's really all we need as musicians. That the biggest gift you can give is if you really fuck with us, just go ahead and take the time to show somebody our music.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that if that person digs our music, you've just multiplied our fan base.
Yep.
By adding, I mean, not multiplied, but you know, you've multiplied
You've added
yourself.
you've added to the pot. And I also think it's a good idea for you to also add our podcast, as I did to one of your friends. I was like, oh yeah, I'm Julian's co-host. And he's like, oh, for his podcast? I saw it like once on his feed. I was like, yeah, he's promoting the show. You know, it's Paramount. And he goes, yeah, I'll have to take a listen. I was like, give me your phone.
Wow. I had no choice.
Yeah, he was like, okay. You know,
God,
really cool.
no
You have a cool collection of friends, let me tell you.
Who?
Adding you.
Oh, I do.
Your peeps are cool, including me.
Including me. Yeah, man. I mean, good vibes only. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the vibes.
Yo, great vibes. Great vibes.
Nah, but the show is successful, man. We I don't know. I guess I want to give you guys a perspective of this from from the artist's point of view, because as you know, I've been the audience member too, and all the time, even for the people who performed that day. I tried to be up there, right in their face, supporting them, you know, interacting with them, and as the listener, sometimes you know, if the set is overall, if it's good overall, like, you know, people enjoy it, but me, the critic in me, the perfectionist in me,
always
is going crazy for that pocket we didn't hit, or that time we were all supposed to stop but we didn't stop at the right moment, and those things eat at me, because you know I know how much the experience can be elevated when those things are all polished. But overall, I was pretty happy with the band. You know, rehearsing twice, you know, after years of not playing together, and
oh wow,
you know, and so
that's amazing. So I thought you guys were really on point.
Yeah, we were definitely on point.
Yeah.
There were, you know, but again, that's what I'm saying. There's because I know that set in and out.
Yeah.
I know what didn't.
Oh, okay. So I didn't notice.
Of course,
Layman me,
Joe. Of course,
Joe.
Yeah. So I mean, that's for as far as the show, that was that, man. It's pretty straightforward. You know, got paid the band, made some money.
That's dope.
Keep it going. Got exposure, got the engagement I needed, and now it's just time to use that momentum and keep getting the people content that they want to ingest.
Perfect.
Ingest my content.
Ingest it in your ears.
And if you guys don't know, my name is Julian Valencia, and that's also my IG handle, Julian Valencia. And then there's an underscore at the end if you wanted to be specific, but you'll find me. I'll be number 1 or 2, probably.
Yeah, there's one other Julian Valencia.
There's many Julian Valencias actually.
Well, I mean,
but on IG, I'm the only one that matters. Okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
There it is.
Let's see. So I had a couple notes. Yeah, there's a couple things happening now. You know, as the show ended, our focus as a company, as Audios. Also, you can follow my production company at Made by Audios, at Made by Audio with an S. And you know, there's a transition now because we're about to push out some material. So material that we've worked on for other artists, material that I've done, and it's going to come in a big wave
because compilation.
Because we've been. I mean, not all together, but it's you're just going to see a lot of different music be advertised from different artists, from ourselves. So that transition now is great, you know, because the show is consuming every ounce of my being, promoting the show and, you know, getting practices together and everything going. So I'm happy to have that transition into something else. I also, Nicole. So Nicole Andrade is another artist that we work with. She was actually really wonderful when it came to the show. She invited a lot of people that came out.
That's what's up.
She is a very fundamental part to Audios as a company. She's brought some talent to us, just recommending us because she believes in what we do. You know, we've had a great relationship. The music that we're working with her now is the reason why I brought her up, because her EP is almost done. She's got a 3-song EP.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
And it's really dope. It's some like lo-fi textures. It's hip hop with jazzy type of melodies, leaning towards the pop side. It's good. It's got a little bit of. I mean, they're all pretty much the same style, but the we did really well with this production. And yeah, I mean, that's coming pretty soon. So, I don't like giving exact dates out because I don't want to let you guys down, but
never let me down.
When it's ready, it's coming.
You'll know.
That's pretty much it, man. I mean, that's been my week. Next week, I know I'll have a lot more artist related work to talk to. So awesome. That was behind the beat. I mean, and this pretty much brings us to our last section. I mean, this has been a short show. We're at 26 minutes.
We spent more time getting the logo.
Yeah, well, that's good, guys. This we when we get together on Fridays, just so you guys, because we like to be transparent. We usually get together. We talk about. We maybe do some homework the day of. Depending on what we're talking about that day. Today we got together, did this logo, and really cemented a lot of brand identity today. Because our philosophy with this dungeon so far has just been, let's just get it going. We have a ton to talk about. Let's start talking and let's start putting the pieces together as they go. And with your support, that can happen even faster. So we're gonna open up a GoFundMe account. No.
I was like, all right, yeah, I'm
down. That might be an idea later, but we want to offer some value to you, some real value to you first before we ask for money.
Yeah, absolutely. So now it's time for tricks of the keys. That's why I'm not the singer.
Tatik.
So, I work with musicians myself. I'm not a music producer, but I do a lot of videos for folks.
You do. You're around music and musicians a lot.
Yep. I like y'all. Y'all's a good peoples. Y'all are good peoples. And one of the musicians that I work with is Stefano Andrade. As you know, the opera singer. He almost broke some mirrors and windows at your your studio. People are like, whoa, is that a guy or is that a recording? No, it's the guy. And one of the things he's influenced a lot by Barry Manilow. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. So he brought up the topic, and Rita Lyons from South Carolina is a friend of mine, also a music fan. Both put me on to the fact that Barry Manilow's Copacabana. Did you know that song? At the Copacabana.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about murder.
Oh. Okay.
Who knew?
Tricks
of the keys. Ask what most people say about the song Copacabana is, and they'll guess it celebrates a fun nightclub. At a close listen to the verses, though, it reveals that a mobster approaches a showgirl named Lola he is attracted to. When her boyfriend and bartender named Tony sees this, he confronts the man and a fight ensues. Ultimately, Tony ends up getting shot. And Lola goes mad with grief.
It's always a guy named Tony, right?
Yeah, fucking Tony.
Oh, Tony.
Forget about it. Boopity boppity, boopity beepity, beepity boppity boop. That's Italian.
No, Tony.
So yeah, it's a quick one, but a fun one. Because, I legit thought Copacabana was a club. Maybe it was somewhere at one point. And it's a bopping little song that I grew up hearing on the radio every now and then. And a lot of my friends at Big Manilows or whatever, they have like their own following. And it's called the Manilows, I think. I want to say that. It's probably wrong. They're probably going to say
the Manilows.
The Manilows. I'm probably going to get corrected on this, but it's fun interaction off of kind of like my own behind the beat of people telling me, oh, you do that Tricks of the Keys. You talk about Barry Manilow because you talked about Possession.
Oh, so they were the ones who recommended it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. That's interaction.
That's like the what was the one that the slide?
Oh, yes.
That the same thing happened, right? Somebody was like, "Oh, you know that song?" And we were like, "Oh,
yeah, slide." Yeah, because it was the dude Lorne.
I don't know.
Yeah, because if you like Jeff Buckley, you'll like the. Yeah, that's what it was. Slide. I think it was. It's pretty dope.
Guys, this was a short episode today, but
yeah,
nonetheless, we're happy to be back, and
we'll be back next week
and rocking with y'all. As always, I'm Julian Valencia.
I'm Joe Dove of 2bscene.com, and I urge you to come to our YouTube page and check out the playlist to listen to all the music that we've mentioned and more.
And you can find me at Julian Valencia _. And my time is up.